There are moments in life when everything feels like it ended. A chapter closed, a door slammed shut, a dream fell apart, a relationship broke, a plan failed, a version of you died. And in those moments, the pain doesn't just come from what you lost, it comes from the fear that nothing beautiful will ever begin again, that maybe this was it. Maybe the best days are behind you. Maybe your heart will never heal. Maybe the thing you wanted is gone forever. Maybe you are too broken now to ever become something new. And that fear is one of the heaviest pains a soul can carry. Because endings can make you feel like Allah has stopped writing your story. But He hasn't. Because Allah is Al-Mubdi, the one who begins creation, the one who starts what never existed before, the one who brings forth something new from what looked like nothing. He is not limited to continuing old stories. He creates new ones. He does not need what you lost in order to give you what you need next. He can begin joy after years of sorrow. He can begin healing after deep heartbreak. He can begin faith after seasons of numbness. He can begin peace after chaos. He can begin light after darkness. He can begin hope inside a heart that forgot what hope feels like. That's what makes this name so healing. Because sometimes you keep begging Allah to restore what was, but maybe Allah is not planning to restore the old thing. Maybe He is planning to begin something you could never have imagined. And that is harder to trust when you're grieving, because grief keeps asking, why did it end? But faith whispers, what if Allah is beginning something? What if the heartbreak was not the end of your story, but the end of a version of you that could not enter the next blessing? What if the delay was not abandonment, but preparation? What if the closed door was not rejection, but redirection? What if the thing that died made room for something that had to be born? Allah is Al-Mubdi. He begins flowers from buried seeds. He begins dawn from the darkest hour of night. He begins life from lifeless earth. He begins peace after storms. And if He does that for the whole universe, what makes you think He cannot do that for your heart? The heart that feels finished, He can begin again in it. The life that feels ruined, He can begin again in it. The soul that feels empty, He can begin again in it. The future that looks blank, He can begin again in it. That's why you should never say, it's over. Say instead, maybe Allah is starting something I cannot see yet. That doesn't erase the pain. It doesn't make loss easy. It doesn't make waiting painless. But it gives your grief a place to breathe inside faith. Because you stop staring only at what ended and start remembering who creates beginnings. And maybe the most beautiful part is this. Allah can begin something in you before He changes anything around you. He can begin tawakkul before the rizq comes. He can begin sakina before the answer comes. He can begin healing before the apology comes. He can begin strength before the hardship leaves. He can begin certainty while the future still looks unclear. That means even now, in the middle of your confusion, in the middle of your heartbreak, in the middle of your waiting, in the middle of your silence, in the middle of your exhaustion, Allah may already be beginning something, a new patience, a new closeness to Him, a new heart, a new direction, a new life, a new chapter, a new version of you that only this pain could create. So if something ended, cry if you need to, mourn what you lost, feel what you feel, take your sadness to Allah, but do not bury your hope with what ended, because your Lord is Al-Mubdi, the one who creates beginnings where your eyes only see endings, the one who starts beauty where your heart only sees ruins, the one who writes new mercy where you thought the story stopped. So breathe. The chapter ended, but Allah did not. The door closed, but Allah did not. The dream broke, but Allah did not. And the one who never runs out of mercy, power, wisdom, and possibility is still writing. Like this, if you believe Allah can create a beautiful beginning from what felt like the end.